Hey guys, welcome to FetchQuest. Back from another week of non-adventuring, boring, normal lives. Alakai is going to be the one to catch us up today, see where we are in the land of Kel.
Okay, so last time on FetchQuest, we were traveling along the road when we encountered a very strange individual, a gnome, in a seemingly normal traveling cart. Came and offered us some magical items for sale. Turns out some of them are real, some of them fake, some of them do as they say, others don't. Uh, Many of us partook and bought some items. Uh, Zon, for example, bought a bag of holding. Uh, However, not before we had a very close encounter with a deck of many things, which I don't know how it happened, but somehow we avoided drawing anything negative. For now, Aaron got a staff. Damakos, I believe, got a ability score improvement. And Zon got a lot of money, which he then immediately gave back to the gnome in exchange for various items. Well, various. Kara, the smart one, did not partake. But afterwards, having turned our backs on him for only just a moment, the gnome seemed to disappear. Going on our journey, we encountered Troy, who had previously met us in the last city we were in, and proceeded to say that he needed our help with something into the woods. We went, and you know, it really shouldn't come as a surprise about what happened next. You know, laughing, joking, jesters, funny pranks, old friends coming back, good times. After about a million and a half psychic damage between us and uh almost losing Zon to an actual large dump of damage, we managed to dispatch Troy and found on his person another bag, a bag of infinite daggers, which, fitting as it is, we gave to Kara. Figured she could make use of it. The Chest Iron Knight showed up, complimented us, left. Don't know what to think about him. Zon apparently talked to him before coming to us. And Garon realized this conversation with him wasn't in fact a dream, but very real. We traveled like that for a while until Zon decided that he would take a closer look at his bag of holding, turned it inside out, and discovered that it was in fact a bag of devouring due to the incredibly intimidating creature, which was a knight with no face, solid metal helmet, with a giant slobbering sword, which proceeded to then just walk down the road. And we just went the opposite way. And, that's future us's problem. Present us is making our way to Moroth.
And off to Moroth, you guys go. So, after leaving the odd sandy figure behind to whatever let's be honest, bloody fate that's ahead of him. There's no way in hell that guy's not going to be murdering someone.
No, he was nice. I let him go because he was nice. He didn't want to kill us.
Thor drooled.
You guys continue on your road. You guys travel for about another week. You meet some travelers, mostly people who just don't seem to want to talk much, focused more on their own travels. And when about a week passes, Garen looks almost better. His features are softer. His smile seems to almost glow more. Garen, you get a +4 to charisma.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going.
Everything has a price.
Welcome to the Paranoia Club.
Yeah.
So, you guys keep traveling forward until you come across what seems to be a small group of kids gathered around something in the road. You're not sure what it is. The group of kids is blocking it.
I'm gonna approach.
Sure. So the kids seem more focused on what looks like a tiny robotic frog hopping in a circle. On its back is a large blue gemstone. It seems to be hopping rather aimlessly, almost like it's stuck in a loop.
Hello there. What's... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten. I was just curious as what you were curious about.
Oh, we don't know what this is.
Well, why don't I have a look? Have I seen anything like this before?
No, you have not.
Sort of just 2 fingers, pick it up, see if it's still just like hopping aimlessly.
Well, sure. For a few moments, its legs kind of like flip through the air, and then they come to a resting position.
Well, does it look like a toy or something?
Make an insight check.
Sure.
Yeah, it looks like a toy, a really ornate toy, but I mean, it's hopping around in a circle. It looks like a little frog. It isn't actually a frog, could be a toy.
Well, definitely looks fun. Sort of place it back down. You enjoy that.
The kids go back to looking at it.
One
The
of those
frog
kids.
has stopped hopping.
You broke it.
No. Just like,
Who else has walked up to these kids? Is it just Zon?
I probably would have.
Yeah, we're
A
probably
little bit
there.
closer, but like keeping a little bit of a distance. Just
So
'cause-
as you guys walk up, the gem on its back starts to glow.
Don't like that.
I'm worried I broke it, so I'm just like poking at it, trying to make
Can
it
I-
move.
this is gonna sound weird. But can I look at the tattoos on us? See if those are glowing.
Sure. Your tattoo is not glowing. No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cross that off as a possibility. I'm gonna see if it's all of us by taking a step back, seeing if it stops glowing.
Sure. You take a step back. It's still glowing.
You know what? Now I'm curious because it's glowing. I gotta take a closer look.
Sure. The kids are kind of backing away.
Yeah, probably backing away is probably a good idea.
This armored man picked up this tiny mechanical frog. Now it's glowing and isn't hopping anymore. They're quickly getting a bad feeling. So they
You broke it.
kind of scatter.
I'm going to this gem. Can I try and like What do I have that I can use? Oh, I can cast magic with my spell-like ability.
Sure.
I'm going to try and see if this thing is magical by like closing my eyes and concentrating.
Cool. I forgot what type of magic this is.
I would assume it's enchantment, but
Necromantic. Evocation.
necromantic.
Make a dex save.
I mean, if it explodes, it could be evocation. You never know.
It is definitely magical. And it is transmutation.
Oh. That could be fun.
This seems
We
like
could
it has
also
transmutation magic. I think you might want to put it down.
It's already on the ground. It's just not going anywhere.
I mean, yeah, I mean more like just step away from it. Because I have a bad feeling about this.
It hasn't done anything to me yet.
Oh, I'm
If it
sorry.
was going
It's not
to.
it's not transmutation, it's divination.
Oh, it's divination
Well,
magic.
there you go.
Okay, that's yeah. Maybe be cautious.
If it was going to do something to me, it would have done it by now. It's no reason to be worried. No fights to be had.
Is it the gem that's glowing or like the frog itself?
The gem itself is glowing. On a closer inspection, it does look like the eyes are glowing a little bit too, but whether that's coming from the interior where the rest of the gem is, or whether it's glowing of its own accord is, you'd have to take apart the frog to find out.
I mean, it's definitely magical. Trying to figure out what type of magic, though, beyond just what its nature is. It's difficult.
I don't think we have anything to worry about. Someone lost their toys and just left it behind.
Can I check to make sure this thing is like more like this thing is like the quality you would expect from like a Tinker toy type thing, or if it's like this is definitely way more sophisticated than like a toy would be.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
19.
Jesus. This thing, while on the outside looks like just a toy, it's more sophisticated, but only just. You can't tell what it's made for, but it's made for something specific.
I don't think this is a toy zone. I will try something just to see if it works. I'm going to look through my my things until I can pull out like I'm looking for like a towel or a blanket and trying to just throw it over the frog to see if
Sure, you have spare clothes.
I want to see if it tries to like move if something's on it, like if it's like a spying device.
Just throw a blanket over it and scatter.
So you throw a blanket on it, and shit, I don't have any metal dice.
Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
See? Nothing to worry about. No need to even bother it anymore. Someone lost their toy on the side of the road. We can just put it to the side and move on.
Yeah, maybe I'm, this, a little paranoid from everything that's happened. I'm gonna reach down to re-pick up my spare clothes, fold it back up, put it in my pack.
I'm going to gently place the frog in between my hands, go over towards the bush.
What's
Put it
everyone's
down.
passive again?
11.
17.
Uh, 11.
14.
Okay, cool. So, after Garen lifts his shirt, the frog isn't there anymore. Garen, you can feel the frog. Like, the shirt is a little heavy. The frog has clearly nestled itself inside of the shirt.
Okay, that's a little troubling. Your toys lodged itself in my shirt.
It's not my toy. Don't put blame on me.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just try to turn the shirt inside out to try and like open it.
Sure, you turn the shirt inside out. The frog is clinging to the inside. It's hanging on it with its little metallic fingers clutching onto the fabric.
I mean, that's neat. You know, I'm not gonna bash the technology behind this, but I don't think this is normal. Nope.
Just gonna
How about we just
scoop
keep
it off
wrapped
the
up in
shirt. No, I'm just gonna scoop it off the shirt, holding it gently in my two hands, and place it in a bush on the side of the road, and then begin walking more.
Sure. All right. And you continue walking.
See? No big deal. Just continue going.
Okay.
Just because you've
Okay.
seen an assassin or two doesn't mean you need to be so paranoid. Gosh.
I mean, it's
Other
been more than
assassin traveling with us.
I'm just folded my shirt back up, put it back in my bag.
Sure. So you guys continue forward?
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent. So, forward you guys look and walk. And you guys head on for another few days. It's now Dienstag. In same month. Just a week away. When you get to a small little trading post, it's really nothing more than a small building of cots and a bartender.
What was the name of the place again?
Barrels and beds.
In the town?
It's really just this building.
Just a random building. Alright.
It has like a hitching post for horses. You can see like there's a few covered wagons beside it. There's not much more to it than that.
I mean, we have been traveling for a couple days now. It would be good to.
I would rather sleep in a bed than on the ground.
Yeah. Plus, Garen's beginning to accept that they aren't really going to be losing their pursuers if the track record has been anything to go by. So, stopping by an inn isn't going to be like that much of a delay.
Well, then let's go.
So,
I'll,
go ahead.
I was just saying I'm going to march on inside.
Cool. You open the door. There's no one inside the bar, just like an older, more oddly thin bartender behind the bar. He's wiping it down. Oh! Welcome in!
Hail, friend. I'm going to start approaching the bar. We are looking for some rooms. Would you have any available? say as politely possible, even though I know that he definitely has rooms available with no one here.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Well, we have 4 here. Do you have 4 available?
He looks behind, pulls out a big logbook, flips it open to where a ribbon bookmark is. I've got 3.
Well, I'll look back to everyone. Who's bunking up with who?
I mean,
Want some drinks while you decide?
sure, I'll take one.
Sure.
Sure. Ale for all of you, or
Do you have wine?
yes, I think so. It's going to be a
I
little bit
have
more
one.
expensive for the wine.
Not a problem.
Sure. Glass or bottle?
Would you all care for some wine?
Sure.
You know
Well,
what?
take the
Yeah.
whole bottle.
20 silver.
Absolutely no problem. I'll hand him 2 gold.
He takes 1 gold and slides back 80 silver and disappears behind the bar, leaving his
All right.
logbook open.
I would not be so savage as to look over his bookkeeping.
I would.
You're taking a look?
I'm gonna take a look. I'm curious.
All right. So you see that a few nights ago, a person named Troy stayed for a night and then left, heading north.
Is that where we came from?
Nope, opposite direction.
Opposite direction. Oh, he's heading north towards like. The only thing I know that's north is Ventura. we don't have a map. We lost
Yeah.
the only person who knows what this fucking country looks like. Huh. And take out my journal, make a note, put it back,
Cool.
and then just sit down and pretend like I didn't read it.
Sure. All right, I found it. 4 glasses. He comes back with a rather dusty-looking bottle of a dark red wine. Label is faded, far beyond recognizing. He uncorks the bottle, puts it on the bar, as right next to the 4 glasses.
Thank you very much. Have you all decided who's rooming with who? I don't mind if you want to room with me.
Oh, that's generous. Yeah, I'll give those 2 their own room.
All right then. We'll take all 3 rooms.
Sure, that'll be just another 20 silver.
I'll slide him over the whole 80 silver.
And he slides 60 back to you and takes the 20.
You're too kind.
He makes a note. Can I have your names, please?
Zon Mazverik.
John Mazverik.
Garen.
Garen.
Elmakos.
Damakos.
Kara.
I'm sorry?
Kara.
Kara. All right. Stayed in rooms. He writes down the room numbers. Slides the ribbon bookmark down. shuts the tome, puts it under the bar. All right. Can I get you anything else?
Possibly some dinner if your kitchen is open.
Sure. I don't have much in the way of food, but I'll see what I can get you.
All
he
right.
disappears into the back.
Look over. It's on. For someone whose family's not doing very well, you sure do spend gold like nobody's business.
Well, I do have a fair amount of gold that I was just sort of gifted by a random merchant, and a fair amount of it is still left over. But other than that, I didn't say we were poor, just that I need a fair amount of money.
So instead of saving the gold that the gnome gave you, you spent it back.
Well, I didn't exactly earn it, and it wasn't anywhere near as much as I need.
I mean, I'm kind of confused about how you just kind of like plop all the silver down. Like, you know how much silver is, right?
Yes, it's 100th of a gold.
Right. See, I'm just confused because I would have just taken like 20 pieces, give it to him, instead of just kind of like, well,
Well, it's customary in my place of living to tip your servers when they are of exemplary service.
Zahn, can you count?
Yes.
I mean, it's your money ultimately.
True.
So you spend it how you want to, but like silver goes a long way. Like 5 silver as a tip is like pretty okay.
Okay.
You don't need to like tip someone 80 silver.
Well,
or
I mean,
60 silver.
80 silver is only 8/10 of a gold, and I have, well, without giving exactly how much gold I have a lot of gold.
I'll take some of that wine.
You are very welcome to it. That's why I bought the whole bottle. Please take a glass.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna need to get drunk for this.
What are you doing? Pulling a Barrett?
Just pop the cork, pour a glass.
As you're pouring your glass, the innkeeper comes back with a few plates of cut up apples, carrots, and some cut up chicken. It's the best I can do on a short notice.
I very much appreciate it. I'm glad you took the time to arrange this for us. I'm sort of just gonna slide over the 60 silver that he handed me just back.
He takes 15 silver and slides the rest.
Well, thank you very much.
Not convinced that he knows how to count.
It's just like
He didn't give a price that time.
I'm still just pouring with the sound of just the clattering metal. Anyone else want some?
And then moves to the other side of the bar.
Can I tell the maker of this wine just by taste?
Jesus, throw a. I have to look at the fucking Stats again to see.
Where's the time the bears critique the poor farmer's stew?
Oh my god.
This is great.
Throw a history check?
Sure.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yes, it's antique and vintage. It's not the best, but it's definitely a lot better than he probably doesn't even know the real value of this, because this, while not being the best, antique and vintages do run expensive. This is easily at least 10 gold worth of wine that you just got for 20 silver.
What a
The
bargain.
cat.
It's a heck of a deal. You really grab that tiger by the tail there. I don't know any of that information though. Is this wine taste good, or does it taste a little off, like spoiling?
No, it tastes good.
Oh, so that's not bad.
Antique and wine never spoils.
Okay.
I don't think wine can spoil.
About how many more weeks of travel do we have left?
Get to Moroth?
Yeah.
You have a few months.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're
Just making sure.
far.
I know we had 3
know
weeks
how-
of travel that we just went through there. So
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
guys.
how far we are from the capital of Kel, but otherwise, I don't know where the fuck we're going. I think.
You guys got about 3 weeks until you hit the capital of Kel.
Yeah. That's fun.
I wish I had more questions for you, Kara, but I have felt that it would be better if you were put in a situation that would actually show to me whether or not you have deserving.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad you stopped talking at this point.
Sorry?
I haven't been asked this many questions since I was back home.
Smash cut to the road where he was just constantly asking questions.
What kind of questions were asked of you there?
No, you asked too many fucking questions.
Well, like I said, I have my own mission, and me asking these questions is how I'm going to complete that mission.
To be honest, I am a little curious about you two. Well, possibly you three. You're all like way higher up than I am in terms of royalty stuff. What's it like?
Well, for me, it's a lot of work. Running several branches of the same business in my parents' stead has been a very stressful time for me. And for me, it's fulfilling. As many people I get to help. But I'm not sure if our experiences are the same.
He says while lounging, drinking an expensive glass of wine.
Yes, it's quite a lot of work.
Well, right now it isn't exactly a lot of work, but
I mean, I got to assume you had to do a lot of difficult tasks. I mean, well, that fancy arm of yours, for example, it's probably there's probably a story behind there.
not really. just born without it, and it was made for me when I was young. It's gotten bigger as I got bigger.
I would
That
hope
is-
so.
That's pretty rough.
He-
Gotta admit.
That is a good point. It should be getting bigger as I get bigger. It would be not very useful.
How old are you?
Me? I forget how my age when I put my age as. Hold on.
Can he count? I don't know how old I am.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
I actually forgot. Hold on.
Did anyone else get a hit of John Mulaney's stand-up where he said as a kid he asked that one hotel guy without an arm, "How'd you lose the arm?" "I was bored without an arm." Nah.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm 25 years young.
Oh.
I pegged you for a little older.
Well, that's what the work does for you sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's mostly the arm.
Okay. I don't know how that
Jesus,
increases my age, but sure.
How much does Garrett had to drink?
I won't
One sip.
judge you for your preconceived notions, but sure.
God, and he's the oldest out of all of us. I
Oh
think.
yeah, I'm pretty old. Like, not old, like, God, my parents were way older than I am now when they had me.
I would hope so. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. You know,
Oh,
it is weird traveling with a bunch of young timers, I'll be honest.
we're not that young. We're fully functional adults.
I mean, I'm
I think-
44, so it's just...
Domicos, how old are you?
Well, similar to our friend Zahn over here, 25.
For a second, it cut out, and I thought you said 7.
Yes, 7.
Man, we're getting into everyone's backstory now.
5.
Only 7. Oh shit.
I'm a real boy.
Oh man.
Mostly functioning adults. I think.
I mean, I'm 44, so unless one of you guys is like a toddler, it all balances out.
I'm 23. I'm not a toddler.
Didn't say you were.
Zahn, do you have siblings?
I am an only child, as far as I know. But yes, I'm an only child.
Kind of sad. I say as an only child.
Some ways, Zahn, I
Have you
envy
not talked about your siblings before? Your
Hmm.
brothers and sisters that you talked about were older than you?
Of course I have. After you started grilling me about my family.
Well, then Anyways, like I was saying. I forget what I was saying. The wine has gotten to me.
I mean, honestly, I gotta say I am a little impressed by you. Your abilities to fight despite everything. Like, I thought you were like me, almost, kind of.
From
You know.
Marine.
Yeah. Military.
Well, when your father is constantly getting assassinated or attempting to be assassinated over the 20 or so years I have been able to fight, you get trained well enough by the masters, the sword masters nearby, that comes almost second nature.
You had a
You've been
sword
fighting.
master.
I did.
You've been fighting since you were 5.
For the most part, yes.
Okay, I'm pretty
Not of
impressed.
choice, but yes.
What?
Moroth is not a very safe place. I'm not sure if you've, being that you've lived there for your entire life, have realized that it's not a very safe place.
I mean, when you got cursed blood like me, people tend not to mess with you.
Well, you are very scary.
I
The other
know.
of us don't exactly have that privilege.
Yeah.
And our family's power is not exactly something that people just throw to the wind. And with how Moroth is structured at the moment, it's easy for them to just snatch it away with one fling of a dagger.
It's pretty rough. I gotta admit. It is kind of why I wanted to get out of Moroth for a bit, but, you know, we gotta get this thing solved.
Well, then why is your goal right now to head back?
If we get back, then the bounty is null and void.
That's true,
And,
but what about these two? What do they get from this?
I feel kind of owe it to make sure this one doesn't get, say, putting a thumb to Kara.
What I get from it, just a matter of returning home and seeing what has become of my family in the time that I've been gone.
Well,
You not
alright then.
write letters?
No, I do not write letters except to one sibling of mine.
And with the mention of letters, the door opens, and in walks a very, very tired-looking man. He looks at each of you, then walks up to Domikos and pulls a letter from a large satchel on his waist, slams it down on the bar, and goes, "You move too fast." And then turns around and walks out of the bar.
Oh, good.
Sit
I'm
there
not
and
the
look at
only
this
one
thing
getting
like
letters.
That was convenient timing.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, I gotta give it to them. They're pretty dedicated.
So this letter, it has your name written on it in your father's handwriting.
Oh.
You know,
Huh.
I am a little jealous, I have to admit, of all you. It sounds like you get along pretty well with your folks, for the most part. I mean, you got a sibling you get along with, I assume. I Is it weird to say that I don't really know how much family I actually have? Yeah, it's probably weird.
No, it's not weird at all. I knew many of people that didn't exactly have much family back in Morrow.
Yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure I'm the only kid that my dad's had. Like 80-20. Sure. Don't know about my mom though. She well, never really knew her too well. Yeah, just reaching over and pouring a second glass of wine. You know what? Forget I said anything. It's dragging the mood down a little.
No, it's completely fine. Like I said, I've seen plenty of people that had very few family in Moroth, and they made plenty of good names for themselves. My family made it a point to pick those people up by their bootstraps, or whatever you wish to call the phrase. We helped them find a place where they could be a asset to society, the city itself, and got them off the streets into a good home and made a life of themselves instead of begging on the streets. And you're finding your own way. You don't have to be shackled to your parents or whoever they wish to have known to know that you can be whatever you want to be.
I assume that I grew up kind of on the fringe of the Morath society a little bit. Can I roll a history check to see if I remember anything similar to what Zahn is describing? Back from my childhood.
Sure, the DC is going to be pretty high. You weren't in the capital when you were a child.
That is true. We were we were a border town family.
Yeah, you guys lived really close to the river, hence you joining the Marines.
Yeah. Marine. History, right?
Yeah. You personally have never experienced something like this, but hell, anything is possible.
Yeah. I mean, that does sound kind of nice, though. I never saw it myself just because, we live out by the river. It's kind of far from the capital. Things get a little lost en route, as it were.
What does that mean?
No, Morgan knows exactly what I mean.
I'm not sure I do.
I can decipher what that means. His family just made motivational posters over what I can only.
Oh, I think I understand what you're saying.
You
I
know
think I've
exactly
seen
what I mean. Yes, you all have.
written description I've never seen before.
Oof.
Oh. Zahn, you said you studied the schools of magic. Do you do magic?
No. It's just one of my lessons that I was taught. My parents were very knowledgeable people. They always wanted me to be knowledgeable as well. So I had tutors of the very finest kind in all shapes and fashions. And dabbling in magic was just one of them. Just precautionary thing for the most part.
You hear the innkeeper kind of clearing his throat. When you guys turn to look at him, you notice that most of the alcohol has been put away. The bar is spotless. And he is just rubbing the same spot and looking over at you guys.
We understand, my good man. We will see to it that we go to our rooms. I'm gonna cork up the wine bottle, finish my glass, and put it back down on the table. I'm gonna set that 60 silver pieces on the table in a nice little stack.
All right.
Let's start heading off the bed.
Cool.
I'll go follow him since we're bucking up.
I'll finish my drink and food and then head up to my room.
Have fun with that. He talks when he's super drunk. And loudly.
I ain't that drunk yet.
I'll be able to handle it just fine.
The innkeeper clears away the dishes and the cups. And after Zahn is gone and clearly not coming back for silver, picks up the silver and brings it into the back.
All right.
All right. Each of you go to bed. This time, each of you, besides Domikos, dreams of the cold. A freezing cold, almost as if your bones themselves are being frozen over. Deep in the darkness, seemingly echoing all around you, you can hear a loud roar. Then you hear a child's voice. They're coming. And all of you wake up.
Probably falling out of bed. So startled at falling out of bed.
Sleep again. It's been weeks. He's desensitized. It's been
No,
weeks.
it's not. It's been like 2 weeks.
I'm gonna look over to Zahn. Does he look like he got startled awake as well?
Well,
No. Just woke up.
You sleep okay?
For the most part, yes. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Some weird dreams, but never put any real thought into them.
Yeah. Been getting those a bit too.
I mean, I haven't been getting them very often. I don't dream too much.
Mine was it was super cold, just like colder than anything I've ever experienced. There was a roar, and a baby. Yeah. And he's just gonna try and he's going to lift up his legs as his knees have been over the bed and just bent down so that his feet have been resting on the ground the whole time. Just stretch them out. Just say, oh, they always make these beds so small.
Probably a coincidence, but there wasn't a child talking to you in that dream, was there?
Oh yeah, said they're coming. Just
With all the nonchalantness of having weird fucking dreams thrown at him left and right.
Okay. Maybe
It's
it's
just-
the room. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, it's not. You get used to
Oh,
it.
is it just you
Welcome to the
then?
party.
Welcome to the party.
It's just you then. Just you.
I mean, they've not stopped for a while. I'm just glad they don't involve my family much.
You should get that checked out. Get out of this room.
I'm
Sure.
such-
So while they're having an awkward conversation with Garen stretching and being nonchalant about horrifying dreams of death and ice, children, what's everyone else doing?
Namakos wakes up. Dreamless.
Refreshed.
Refreshed. Goes downstairs. It's some ale and breakfast.
Cool. It's just bread and porridge for breakfast.
You know what? Fine.
What were you doing,
I'm
Car?
entangled in fucking sheets. I'm stuck, probably.
Make an acrobatics check
Oh no.
or a dexterity saving throw if you'd like. If that's any better.
Why am I on my spells? No, they're both the same, so it's gonna. Oh, it's fine.
21?
Yeah.
Perfect. While you are momentarily tangled in your sheets when you fall out of the bed, you quickly untangle yourself. With the skill of someone who has had practice escaping the nightmare struggles of blankets.
Nightmares is the key word there. Gonna gather up my shit, put my little bow tie headband on, and go back downstairs.
Sure. So the last ones to make it are both Garen and Zon.
Morning. Frozen, freezing dreams.
The only person who looks completely refreshed is Damokos. And oddly, mildly refreshed is Garen.
What?
Oh, yeah, you're good. You didn't see what happened. You're fine.
Oh, orange? Ooh,
God.
lovely.
Yeah, it's actually quite a good porridge, if I do say so myself.
You seem to be feeling pretty good.
I am.
You have
Slept
dreams?
quite well. Dreams?
Ah.
No, I had no dreams.
I was just gonna look over to
Aw.
Kara. Just the frozen one, kid screaming.
Not screaming, but definitely a child that said they're coming and something roaring.
It's just a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
No, it's a coincidence. It's fine.
I'm gonna hold out my arm with my tattoo and point to Garen's arm with his tattoo and then also Damokos's arm with his tattoo. Yeah, we got these from a dream. I did
So
not
you're
get
saying
this
just, just looking at Zon.
So you're saying the only reason why I had that dream is because you have dreams too? This doesn't
Well-
make any sense.
You are in close proximity with the three of us, so
I used to have dreams, but for some reason I don't anymore.
I mean, I know, but I don't know if Kara would have put it together.
Throw an insight check.
Okay.
I know Domikos knows. Nah, Kara doesn't know shit.
It's too early. She just disentangled herself from her sheets.
Zon, when the innkeeper does come up with your porridge and bread, under the bread, there's the small pile of 59 silver coins and 90 copper.
So many copper. Oh my god.
Now that's impressive. Huh.
He's a tough one, but he'll crack. They all do.
Eat your copper porridge, Zon.
Disgusting.
Just Garen's digging in.
It's all right, porridge.
When he doesn't have a dream
Oh.
involving his family, it's a good night.
So, how long are you going to be staying here?
That was only our only night. We're gonna continue our travels today, I assume.
Probably
Why
get a
not?
move on.
Yeah, probably. You wouldn't happen to sell like trail rations, would you?
Sure. He pulls out a bag. 30 silver. This is about 2 weeks worth for one person.
I'm gonna slide my pile of coin over.
You mean your plate?
Give
He
me
takes
as much
30
as
silver
as this
and
will.
slides the rest.
Fine.
This man refuses to
Don't
be
take
bought.
my money.
You sound so offended.
Anyways, should we get going?
Why not?
I mean, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Well, then let's be headed out.
So, you guys get up and leave. And as you walk out, you all notice, because I rolled really bad, a mechanical frog sitting on the side of the road with a little blue gem in its back.
Is that
This is what happens when you touch things on the side of the road.
When you touch strange thing.
Well- This frog is really not giving us much of a choice here.
Still
Because
glowing.
of-
No, about how far away are you guys?
I mean, I'm starting to approach it.
Okay, so you're approaching it. So let's say with you're within 30 feet. It's not glowing.
Gonna walk up with him.
It is glowing.
Ah, motherfucker.
Well,
Ah,
I got an idea.
you did
Of
say it was
course.
divination, correct?
of course.
If Kara, if you could step back from it, I want to see something.
I'm just gonna pick this fucking thing up at this point.
Well,
do that.
I'm not. I don't want to, but I was going to smash it.
I want to know what it does first.
Well,
Pick
if
it
I
up.
know divination correctly, it most likely is some sort of viewing device.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I kind of had an inkling of it, but I figured ditching it would probably have meant it wouldn't follow us.
Yes, that was my inclination as well. I didn't want to have to destroy something that wasn't ours, but it is obviously following us now. And you had every right to be paranoid, and I am sorry for throwing it to the wayside.
I mean, you're good.
Well, let us get over with it then. I'm gonna pull my sword off my back, and I'm gonna go over and smash it.
Yeah, sure.
I was
Wait, Kara picked it up though.
Yeah,
did.
she did pick it up.
Okay.
Do not chop my fucking
I'm
hand
not gonna
off.
chop your hands off. Whenever you place it on the ground, I will smash it.
Holding it by a hind leg.
I mean, I
Is
can
it-
probably wreck it pretty good.
Its hind leg is stretched out due from the weight of the frog, but the other legs are at the base of it in a resting position.
A weird little thing.
You can see little cogs and bits of metal are building this thing up. It's a clockwork frog.
Is it trying to cling to my hand the way it clung to Garen's shirt?
No, it doesn't seem to be doing so.
Hmm. I don't know what I was gonna do with this now. I just completely fucking forgot.
I mean, you can try and disassemble it if you want.
I don't have the tools to do that.
You just get disadvantage on the check.
Can I look at the gem and see if there's anything weird in it?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. It's one thing I'm actually good at.
Oh, what's that? A 1?
No. I would have been so mad.
You can see that it's firmly clamped into place. It's the power source of this frog, clearly. You can tell there is a magical, almost current running through it, and that seems to be what's powering the frog and driving it to do whatever it's doing. Yeah, the gem is clearly magical.
I wouldn't recognize that stuff like this, would I?
No.
I mostly deal with fashion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very fashionable frog. I'll give you that.
Sure. I'm gonna hold it in the palm of my hand for a second and just look at its stupid little eyes.
Sure. And while this is going on, Garen, since your passive is fucking ridiculous, you're noticing that the little gem on Kara's bolo tie is also glowing. So yeah, go back to Kara. What were you saying?
This thing's fucking stupid looking. I don't like it. I don't know where it came from. I'm gonna set it down on its back.
And it does that little toy flip thing where it lands back on its stomach.
The car.
Huh?
I got
Please step back as I put my arm
Where
out
the
in front of her and start
other
ready
glow
to
is.
swing.
Hang on.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna point out to Car where they saw the additional globe.
And then I'm gonna swing.
Make an attack roll.
Can I take my bolo tie off while he's doing that?
Sure, you can. And just as you're about to look at the gem, the sword crunches through, just cleaves through this goddamn toad. Frog, not toad. People are going to riot. Frog, and slice the gem, causing the glow to immediately stop and there to be a small as the gem turns to dust. And the glow is no longer on Car's bolo tie.
Well, that solves that problem. Put my sword back.
You still have the metal skeleton of a toy frog on the ground, just cleaved in two.
Huh. You know, I thought there was gonna be like some kind of giant boom or something.
I mean, you knew the type of magic. It was divination. It was most likely some sort of looking device, as far as I would know. Those are the main points of divination.
Karen, you said my headband was glowing?
Yeah, was.
It's a fucking tracking device. Why would...
Well, should we keep moving?
This was from my little brother. Shake the bolo tie in my hand.
Shakes.
It's more for like gesturing.
This.
I don't have anything appropriately sized to gesture with.
You mean you didn't buy a bolo tie? How dare you?
I can't find them here. I don't live in Texas.
I mean, that's a good point.
Gesture with this tiny soup bowl. This is from my little brother. And it was glowing like the frog. Why?
I
Why
mean,
would that be tracking me?
maybe it's a coincidence.
Nothing that's happened in the last couple of weeks is a coincidence, Karen.
I would tend to agree with that.
Hey, I'm gonna look at Zon. If your freaky bag can hold a person, you think it can stop someone from tracking us?
Maybe? I don't know how this bag works. It just sort of had a man inside of it.
Can I put this in there for now? Oh shit.
Whatever, sure, whatever. I don't see why not. I'm not using it for anything other than to hold on to in case... I don't even know what I mean holding it onto in case of... I just sort of have it.
In case you have to trap another person in a bag.
Well, no, definitely not that.
All right. So, Kara, go ahead and remove Loving Gift from your younger brother out of your inventory. And Zon, you can add it to yours with the specification that it's in the bag of holding.
Sure. I'm gonna pull. I have the bag of holding inside of my other pack, and I'm gonna pull it out. And like 4 sets of shackles fall out, as I'm pulling the bag out from underneath it. Put those back inside. Go ahead.
What the hell?
Did you just out your own kink?
Oh,
I don't. What? Put it in the bag. What are you waiting for?
Why do you have so many shackles? I'm dropping it in. Why do you have so many shackles?
Well,
We're not judging Zon, but
they're
I
nothing like that. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. They're kind of for
Grew up in Mora.
you.
I'm walking
been-
away.
I've been look. This is very awkward now.
Not letting him
Amiko's
explain.
just gonna do the and like turn around and keep walking.
Just gonna
Like,
pat Zon
yeah,
on the shoulder and keep
they're
moving.
they're only to capture instead of killing. Okay.
Oh man, that's how you guys move forward.
I'm gonna use metal shackles on someone that primarily uses lightning magic.
Yeah. So another day goes by. A dreamless night for all of you. Much needed relief, I imagine. The first thing you notice when you guys wake up, Garen's skin color has turned a sickly shade of green.
That is a dramatic shift from your usual purple.
That's not normal.
You're telling us. Are you feeling okay?
I don't know. I've never changed color before. So
That's concerning.
I mean none of you are changing color either, so
Uh, I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we humans only like pretty much stay one color. The color they're born usually.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You should get that checked out.
That's twice he's recommended that to Garrett.
He does not know anything else to say.
yeah, I'll just zip over to the doctor many, many miles away.
I
Do
know
I
some good
feel
ones in Mora.
Do I feel any like different? Can I tell if I or is it one of those where it's like I don't feel different, but I definitely am?
Oh, you're changing. You know you're changing. Something inside of you is shifting. You just can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you're
That's
changing.
very, very concerning.
But you do make an insight check for me.
I got a 24.
Jesus Christ, I keep forgetting how good you are at these. So, you almost fucking pitch perfect. You reimagine that kid throwing his blood on you. And the last words he said to you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no.
I do know some very good doctors in Moroth. Can always, if you can last a couple months. I don't exactly see any ill effects yet.
I think I know what I have a working theory on what's going on. It's not good, but I have a working theory. We're already weeks away. Garrett's just having a little bit of a freak out. Just I fucking kid and his stupid blood.
Not exactly a calming statement to say.
I completely forgot Zod wasn't there for that.
Zod was not there. We had just lost Darius.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What about a child's blood?
Uh,
That would be a good
kid.
story to tell me.
you,
No place to tell. Or Garen.
Oh boy.
Well, no, I'm just trying to find out if you're actually good people, and we're talking about child's blood. Explanation would probably be the best.
Before you came along, we had another companion with us who I probably led to their death by trying to help a kid cure his sick mother of a disease and
grandmother.
backing up at the last second because I didn't want to kill a unicorn. I just wanted to talk things out. No, doesn't work that way, evidently. And I'm pretty sure that kid cursed me. Hopefully not literally to become a snake, but very possibly literally to become a snake. And you know what? We're almost a month out from there. I don't know how much longer I have. And
There were a lot of key details in there that I feel like you skipped over. But I'm willing to let it slide because it didn't exactly involve Kara. So,
I mean, there may have been a plague that we didn't address.
what kind of plague?
The Great Wasting.
Where was this?
I'm just going to point at the exact opposite direction we've been traveling because, frankly, that is what it is.
And just for my own curiosity, how was a unicorn going to cure this?
The
That
mother was infected with the plague that once plagued Moroth.
Uh-huh.
Quite
I
a
know
while
about
ago.
it.
Mm-hmm. And Garen was told that unicorn blood would cure.
And the horn.
And
Can't
the horn.
forget that.
Can't forget the horn. would
Mostly
cure it.
the horn, and then
But
also the blood, for some reason.
I remember from our history of Moroth that really wasn't a cure that was ever found.
That's also correct. I know about that.
And thinking about it, which I should have, Moroth is the type of place where they probably would have already tried unicorns. That was probably already.
Do I know if they've already tried unicorns?
Try to make a history check with me for me.
Sure.
You don't know.
Not something I've heard of them trying before.
But I thought, no harm in asking, and if not, then oh well. We move on. Nope. Didn't happen. Elves didn't like us even being there, let alone asking.
Yeah. No harm in asking a group of forest-dwelling elves that we have heard attack people if they would allow us to cut their god's horn off and take some of its blood.
I mean, I lost a horn. It's not that bad. I point to my own head where the horn's just missing.
You're not a unicorn. Do you benefit the forest?
I'd try.
Yeah, you leave him alone. He's trying his best.
Is he?
Well, in the time of the plague, I don't know if unicorns were actually tried. I do know they are pretty rare in Moroth.
I haven't seen one.
If they exist in Moroth.
Regardless, it was all my fault, and now guess I'm probably going to be paying that price pretty steeply. I don't want to lose my arms. I really don't want to lose my arms.
He says in front of a one-armed man.
Well,
so goddamn insensitive.
I'm sure you can find someone who might know something about curses. Maybe. How far away are we from the capital?
You guys are about. You're still about 2.5 weeks.
Oof.
I should have burned it down. I should have just burned it all down. I should have just lit it all on fire.
I wouldn't. Not helping your case here.
He was thinking of the way Moroth got rid of the plague at the time.
True, but that wasn't exactly the best solution. Or the only solution.
I mean, the other option's kind of just die. So
No, not exactly.
should we go find him a doctor? Right.
That was my opinion.
You guys
Yeah,
are also currently just standing in the middle
Oh,
of the
I
road.
thought we were talking and walking.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay, yeah.
I'm kind of just rocking back and forth at the moment. Just, but I'm start walking. So it's not good. It's not good.
You'll be fine. You can put it in my word that even if you turn into a snake, unless you go into a bestial-like state where I cannot have any control over you, that I will try to find the nearest doctor, and hopefully they can reverse any curse that has been put upon you. But hopefully we'll find one before you become into that state. If that is what is going to happen.
I wonder if you're gonna become like a really big, like Garen-sized snake, or if you're gonna become like a regular-sized snake.
Probably not the best time for estimations of that sort.
I am an academic, goddammit.
As am
Leave me
I.
alone.
However, a little brevity for the wounded.
You can't shackle a snake.
Can't, but
You certainly can try.
yes, we can try.
You're just gonna turn him into like a little carrying tote.
As you guys are walking, God damn it, this is just gonna play into it. A bird
Magic missile. No, I'm kidding.
flies through the trees. It's some kind of what seems like a hawk, but it squawks in a very undignified, unhawk-like way, and then flies back into the trees where it flew from.
Does it look like the one that's been following us?
Make a investigation check.
Okie dokie. Nope, I almost accidentally clicked intimidation.
It looks like the one that was shot down a long time ago when you guys first left Gariand.
Nature sure is strange out here.
That's a fun sign. Did it fly to a particular tree?
It flew out, squawked at you guys, and then flew back the way it came.
And follow this fucking bird.
So Car's following.
Why are you following this hawk?
Because the last time we saw it, we were in Gariand, and that was a long time ago, so it's not a coincidence.
I don't know where that is.
Of course not.
Is Car the only one following the hawk?
I mean, I guess I'm following Kara.
Okay.
I will follow.
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
follow.
So you guys kind of follow this hawk until it's flying really quickly through the trees. And Garen notices this first. There's the sound of arguing. There's what you can pick up on is a northern Marathian accent, and then a unfamiliar. Wait, no, you meant it's a familiar accent. You can't quite put your thumb on what the female accent is, but it's coming from up ahead, past the trees.
I'm just gonna pop a divine sense.
Yeah, you're clear.
Cool.
So you guys burst through the clearing. to see two male humans, one of which has a bow, which he raises up when you guys burst through the clearing. One of which is carrying a long sword, which he kind of looks over at you guys in surprise. And there appears to be a drow female who battle map is updated.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I know. I'm reusing the map. There's not a lot of free maps on Roll20, guys. There's
We're all knowing the fact that the map changed.
Yes, that's
a
what we're
female
all knowing.
drow kind of cowering from the male with the longsword. Hey, why don't y'all get
Hell?
lost? The guy with the bow kind of arrow knocked, pointed at you guys.
Whoa. There's no need for violence, friend. So I'm gonna take a step in front of Kara. We're all friends here. We can have a discussion. What seems to be the problem here?
You don't need to worry about that. Just you keep heading on.
Well,
Can I get a? Sorry. Can I get a look at the drow? Where
Her
are we?
back is to you right now.
Ah. Arrows.
Oh, I can't move my token.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Every
nope.
fucking time.
How come I'm the only one who can?
It's probably because it's probably saved to you.
I've saved all of you guys' to you. I don't know why it's.
You know what? If you have it set up beforehand, and you're not dragging the character when you create the map, it's probably you're using the token that you had in the images and not the actual token that was linked.
Every time. But Alakai, you can control yours.
Yes.
I'm just
Cool.
gonna take a step up 10 feet. There's no need for violence. I'm just making sure that everything's alright here. Is there a problem?
The two guys look at the girl. She goes, "No."
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I try to get if
Yeah,
if
there's
she
a
turned
problem.
to face us when she said that? Can I get a look at her face? See if
She
it-
hasn't turned.
Is
her
there
eyes
a
are on
problem
the guy.
as in these two are scared of her or she's scared of them?
She's scared of them.
Alright, there's no problem. It's just, you have a woman there on the ground. Is she injured?
No, she's standing.
Oh, she's standing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You have your weapons drawn and there's a woman here who does not, and she rob you? Or she steal something? Was there a problem?
Listen, we don't want to fight. Just
I don't want to fight you either. I'm trying to avoid a confrontation here.
make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Where'd the bird go?
The bird is squawking and flying in the air in circles around you guys. Garen, the bird is worried. I'm
Oh,
giving that to you because you're a druid.
yes.
The guy with the bow kind of looks towards the guy with the sword and looks back at you.
Look, you can be honest with me. I'm not here to fight.
The guy with the long sword. We just want to keep going south. All
Then
right?
go on ahead. I'm not stopping you. I just want to keep any bloodshed from happening here. It's just you have weapons drawn and she does not. I just don't want a random innocent to be slaughtered in the side of the road here.
We're not murderers. All right?
Didn't say you were murderers.
We just need a little bit of money.
You need a little bit of money? Come here.
I look at each other.
I'm not joking with you. I'm gonna sort of pull out my coin purse and sort of jingle a little bit. Come here. Need money? Come on.
Guy with the sword kind of
God damn it.
Let's make a trade.
slowly starts walking towards you guys. Ooh. What is this?
Well, let's make a trade. I'm a man of principle. You can earn your money.
All right.
What do you have worth selling? You have rations, supplies, potions, any of the sort.
I'm good with my sword. My brother's good with his bow.
Well, all right. Let's see. There was an old inn, maybe about a day or two down south more that we just came from. Didn't exactly have very many people around. Say, I'll give you the first payment here. I'm gonna hand him 5 gold. You and your friend there, you keep guard over that inn for about a month. And if the innkeeper, tell him that Zon Mazverak sent you. And that you're just there to be a guardsman. Sort of keep watch, make sure no one roughs up his shop. He's an older man, probably doesn't have much room to help himself anymore. You help out around, maybe be a guard. He likes your stuff, maybe he'll pay you after that. He might not pay you as much, but at least you'll be earning your money and not stealing it from someone.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to take my one hand and sort of grasp his arm whether he wants to or not.
He's very surprised by all of this. The guy with the bow kind of slowly releases the arrow and puts it back in the quiver. And starts to walk over as well.
Now, you have your money. You can go now further south. You even have a job lined up for you. What do you say you head on?
Thank you. What's your name?
Zon Mazverak.
I'm Marcos. And he points to the guy with the bow. That's Stavros.
Well, Marcus, Stavros, I hope we see you again, and I hope it's on better terms next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. You have a good one.
And they shuffle off.
Start.
I'm going to watch them as they leave and then turn back to look at Zon. Did you just bribe them to going away?
I didn't bribe them. I gave them an opportunity. They made their own money. I didn't give it to them. Start heading over here. Yeah.
I watched him like he's just grown, like he's the one turning green before heading over.
What color is Zon?
Green.
Well, that's
Half
a little
orc.
racist.
I mean, it's like a brownish green.
What color he is?
It's like a brownish green, exactly like the picture.
I don't want to assume he was already green like Garen's turning.
No, Garen's a bad shade of green.
It's not good. It's like you ever play Fallout?
Vomit green.
I imagine
Super
it's like
mutant green.
I imagine it's like the glowing one green. It's just like
Oof.
violently
Neon green.
Maybe not that bad.
Like,
I'm
probably
gonna
like
start
this shade
losing
of green.
hair soon.
yeah, about that.
This shade of green. That's gross.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
So Jesus, all of you guys approach at once, and she's like,
Hello.
now that you can see her, you see that her face is scarred. She's got holes above and below her lips, and she's got some cuts on her face, and what look like scarring wrapped all the way around her wrists. She's wearing a just simple a tunic and pants. And she's got a little dagger at her waist.
Well, hello. What are you doing so far off the beaten path?
You know, just walking.
Where to?
She just shrugs.
Well, if you don't exactly have anywhere to go, I can offer you a place to go.
Weird.
I can't stay in one place for too long.
But why not?
There are not very good people looking for me.
Well, and why's that?
I can't really talk about it.
I'm gonna just very gently put a hand on Zahn's arm and get a better look at her. Are you running from the people with the dragon on their cloaks?
She goes pale. You aren't.
No, we're not.
Can I see if she has any injuries?
Yeah, she's got the scarring on her face and around her wrists.
Anything that looks like it might be able to be healed with a cure wounds?
Make an insight check.
15.
Yeah, no, this scarring is way too old.
Well,
scroll back in my notes to see what they called us.
in which direction were you headed?
I was going back up north, but I cannot go too far.
Well, we're headed east, and I know of a place you can stay if you wish to travel with us for some time. It will be quite a long journey, so you might get away from your pursuers. I assume the pursuers. Do you know of these pursuers?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh. She doesn't have the thing on her cheek, does she?
She does.
She does?
Yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna look at Garen. We've met them. They don't take very kindly to light my hand up with a light spell magic. And
yeah, that was pretty tense when we met them, but I'd like to think we threw them off a trail.
They weren't after us. They have no reason to be looking for our trail.
Oh yeah. While
we're staying in Garryand for that festival, but also we've been on the road for 2 weeks, so who knows where they've gone at this point.
Can I look
way longer than 2 weeks?
Yeah. Can I look up to see if the bird is still around?
The bird is still there. It is flying. It's calmed down now that the danger is past, but it's still flying in the air, circling above.
I'm going to look to our new drow acquaintance. Yeah. Just be like, hey, Is that bird yours?
He is my friend.
Then I'm pretty sure we can trust him too. Garrett's just gonna keep his hands in his pocket and not just do what he did last time. Produce flame at it.
If you don't trust in these pursuers, and this woman has nothing left to hide in terms of, her good behavior, I do have a place you can stay, so you won't have people attempting to steal from you. But it is a few months off.
I couldn't put you in that danger.
Oh, it's no danger for us, or me. Mostly me.
They already came from Morath, so I don't know if they're going to double back. If I'm remembering correctly in my notes.
I lost them a while ago. I do not know where they are now.
Well,
But yes, I would like to come with you.
well, then you can come along with us. And once we reach Morth, you'll have a place to stay as long as you're willing to work.
I am Jethera.
And I am Zon Mazverik.
And with the meeting of a new acquaintance, I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on another week of FetchQuest. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. All the socials, whatever. Do that stuff, whatever. Bye.